Welcome to the KH230 Knit Along. In today's episode, we will start knitting the back of the sweater. It's quite a show. Welcome to the first ever KH230 Knit Along on CJ's Knits. In today's Knit Along, we are going to be replicating this sweater, which is actually a standard sweater, but my friend wants it in a bulky yarn, also known as medium yarn. So what we're going to do is we are going to replicate it. So I have put it into my program, and we are going to knit together this sweater. We're going to start with the bottom ruffle, which, as you can see, it's a straight sweater, so very straight. And then it flares out at the bottom like a bell shape. Another thing that is a bell shape in knitting is a yoke sweater. So what I've decided is I'm going to treat it like a yoke sweater. I am going to very carefully knit way wider than I require. I'm going to remove it on a garter bar, but I don't think a lot of you have a garter bar, so use waste yarn and then secure it, and then we will ease the new way wider piece onto 39 left and 39 right. We will start with just increasing 10 each side, so if it's supposed to be 39, then we will go to 49 and 49 left and right, and we will make the piece fit over 39 left and right to make it wavy and ruffly. If you want to, you could do 1 by 1 ribbing and just do 39 left, 39 right, and I believe the readings were 15 rows to make this depth of what would be ribbing. This is not ribbing, this is just straight stitching, and it has my favorite edge on it. So what we are going to do is we are going to actually E-wrap it so that it keeps its springiness, and it is a finished edge. I don't have to worry about coming back after and sewing it. And at first I was going to do a latch tool cast on, but I think just a simple E-wrap will keep it neat and clean and easy for everyone to follow for this knit along. So let's get started on this knit along, and we'll see how much we can get done before my spouse gets home from the store. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use waste yarn and the cast on comb and knit a few rows of waste yarn before I do an E-wrap with my working yarn. And this is my working yarn. It is soft and shiny from Loops and Threads. This is only 311 yards. This color is called, I believe, denim. Yes, denim jeans. So that's what we're going to start with. It's going to be really hard to see if I make any mistakes. It's going to be really hard to see when I go to seam it up. But we will do with what we have to work with. This is what my friend wants, and this is what she gets. So let's start with 49 on either side of 0. With our waste yarn. This isn't locked in. Now it is. All right. Ooh, fun. Okay, I gotta find my cast on comb. Okay, so here's our cast on comb. I'm going to put it in between, over top of each. I'm going to draw it backwards onto each stitch. Now it goes down. We're going to put a claw weighted center, extreme right, extreme left. I think I'll add a couple more. See if I have any more here. I've got 2 more. One at 25 and another one at 25. I'm now going to knit 10 rows of waste yarn. I forgot to clip my yarn on this side. Give me just a second here. Clipping my yarn. I'm going to finish knitting this waste yarn. I'm going to move the camera so that you have the full bed in the viewfinder here. Alright, I'm going to cut my waste yarn. Put it to the side. Clipping it. Got my working yarn. Clipping it. Going to the opposite side of the carriage. Moving these all forward. And I'm going to start E-wrapping. So around, counterclockwise, and just pulling it through, just locking it in there. Okay, I'm going to pause this till I get closer. I'm still working on it, pulling it through. Trying not to let my arms, fingers, or shoulders interfere with what you see on the camera, but it's not easy. Now that I'm near the row counter, I'm going to reset it. Okay, 0, 0, 0. Okay, gonna finish this up. Okay, these are the last 3. We have not changed our tension. We are still at tension 6. This entire project will be knit at tension 6. We are going to knit 15 rows. Just like that. I'll come back when I'm at 14. Okay, so row 12, the factory that made this yarn decided to tie a half-ass knot. So I have now lost all of my work and I have to start all over. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll come back when I'm back at row 12. Okay, so as I get to row 8 this time, there was another knot, and yeah, it totally came apart. So I'm going to cut this yarn again, and I'm going to start for the 3rd time. Real, 3rd time's the charm. I ended up trying to wind this yarn. Took 5 tries for it to stop static buildup, and I had to wax it and I had to spray it. I have never had to do that to a yarn before in my life. It's horrible. So here we go. Third time's the charm. I didn't see any knots the 5 times that I had to wind it. So here we go. We will come back when I'm at row 14. All right, we've made it to row 13. Now we're at row 14. At this point, you can use waste yarn or you can use a garter bar. I happen to have a garter bar. So I'm going to use my Chris Crafter garter bar, and I'm going to transfer all of these stitches onto the garter bar after I remove the ribber, and I'm going to leave it off for the rest of this video series. All right, we are not snipping this yarn, just so we're clear. Turn that around. Okay, how to use this garter bar? You just slip it on the needles. Make sure your latches are open. It's all locked in. Take your weights off. I guess I actually need to be at row 15. Let me go to row 15. Row 15, not 14. Now we're at the right one. Okay, so row 15, not 14. Put the garter bar on the open latches. All the weight is now off. You can now pull on your cast-on comb upward. Keep pulling until it is safely all on your garter bar. Sometimes you got to pull up. Sometimes it goes into the latch instead of onto the garter bar. When that happens, you just lower it down. Look at where it's not moving from. Take your pick. See if that saved it. This one is being a little bit rude, but it was the same issue. Okay, we are now safe on the garter bar. We can now remove our cast-on comb. And because our cast-on comb is on waste yarn, if it's being naughty, which this one is, you are not wrecking your good yarn or your project. So that's just one way to kind of save yourself. Put the cast-on comb to the side. And we will move our garter bar off. There's no weight on this, so it shouldn't be doing anything silly. Going down to 39 left, 39 right, And now we need to do 20 decreases. How hard could that be, right? So let's start with putting it on the stitches just to hold it. And we will do 3 and then double up. So 1, 2, 3. Move it over. Double it up. 1, 2, 3. Move it over. This time we're going to do 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's do 4. 4. Double it up. 1, 2, 3, 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 4. Don't worry about this one. We'll pick it up in a few seconds here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Even if you kind of screw this up, you can always go back and have some fun with it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 9 more decreases. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like we're doing pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure that one comes back up. Moving it over. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is all of them. Now, if you want to move this over a little bit more and make it fit a little bit better, by all means, let's do that. We have a pretty good ruffle going. We'll just shift them around and ease them onto the stitches. So what I will do is I will double up this one. And then I'm just going to move these all over. Double up this one. After I move them all over. And we'll come back when I think that I've done it equally. All right, that was fun. So I screwed up just a little bit. I was supposed to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then flip them over. So I have 3 doubled. Supposed to be 3 doubled, 3 doubled, 3 doubled, 3 doubled. That one's a 4. It's okay. It's not a big deal. Here I have 2. It'll balance out over time. This is the back side. We are at 39 left, 39 right. We're going to put the cast on comb on again, and then we will continue knitting. And this is now the back piece of the sweater. This is the end of part 1. Up next, part 2.